Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to the one and only episode of Stars Podcast. I know, a very clever name. I came up with it today, but I am so excited for the guests that I have for you guys. We have a very interesting conversation about football. Yes, a very well-known topic between me and my guest. Not really, but it's still an interesting conversation where we kind of talk about what we do know about football and what we don't know about football. And so I'm so excited for you guys to hear my amazing guest and beloved friend of mine, Josh. So let's get to the episode. Should have done this in the beginning, but we're gonna edit it so it is in the beginning. Just explain, like, what's your name, who you are, what do you like to do?
Oh my gosh, okay. Let's start. Like a traditional greeting. Talk about my tribe and be like, and I love the Chiefs. My name is Joshua Lockamy. I'm actually a 1L law student at the William S. Boyd School of Law. My family, they're originally from the Oklahoma area, Muskogee Creek Nation. But we kind of, like, at least for myself, grew up in the Missouri area. So that's really cool. I love my culture.
Yes.
And I think, like, what do I love to do? I mean, I still love being really active. I do love sports that I did growing up.
Yeah. Wait, what sports did you do growing up?
So I was a wrestler, actually, all the way through. Most people don't ever believe me when I say that. But I was a wrestler. I went to state a couple times, which is like my little fun facts. I played soccer and I ran track.
Yeah. Wait, and you did football 1 year, no?
1 year.
1 year. That's important.
We were down bad.
we did act better, actually, when I went off the team. I'm just kidding.
No, literally. I mean, but let me tell you, I was the best water boy.
Hey, like you know what? That's an important role, though.
Best role.
That's an important role.
The
How else
water
will
was
they get their
always
water?
full. It was always full. They were always hydrated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what's important.
That's the most important part.
So I'm excited for you to be here. I know how much you love sports.
I love sports.
Me too. But today specifically we're going to be talking about football because it's football season. So I figured we could talk about what we know about football, whether we know nothing or whether we know something. So let's start off by, do you consider yourself a football fan?
Yeah, I definitely think a little bit of like more for the craze of football and like the environment that football has and provides. I would say more of just like a fan of that and the gathering side of it.
Me too. I love going to a football game and just like being like, I know how to cheer when everyone else is cheering.
Exactly.
I'm really good at that. So did you grow up watching football, like in your household?
Yeah, so I actually did grow up watching football and actually played football for a year. That didn't go very well for me.
What?
I hated it. I actually faked an illness like every week to get out of it.
Oh my goodness.
But no, it was definitely a really big part of like our family, I think, growing up. My dad was really big into football, and his dad also. So like I think that's something they bonded over a lot. And then so that side of the family was like all Chiefs fans, and then my mom was a big like Dallas Cowboys fans. So you can imagine like the conflict in the household.
I guess so. I don't really have a favorite team, and I honestly don't really understand.
Yeah.
Like, well, I guess depending on like where you live and stuff, I guess you kind of like gravitate towards a team that way and stuff. But yeah, I don't have a team that I follow specifically. But what goes through your mind when you're watching a game, whether that's like in person? Well, I guess let's talk about if you are watching on TV, what goes through your mind?
Honestly, I think the part about like, well, that I like about it on TV, and especially now being away from home, is like I can still like sit down and watch it, especially like if I'm studying, because I'm really not as into the game. And it's just like a fun way to like keep in contact with my family. So I think what goes through my mind is like, I wonder if my mom saw that. I wonder if my grandpa saw that. And like we're just in the group chat like texting, and it does kind of create that excitement too.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Wait, so you guys are texting when you guys are watching a game? Like, do you watch them like when they come out? Like, when does football play on like Sundays?
Yeah,
on Sundays.
Yeah.
You guys, so like every Sunday, you guys like are watching it and like texting each other.
Yeah, and like we also try to do like at least not as much now because like school's been super busy. But before it would be try to like cook similar dishes. And it's like a big thing back home, and like especially like in the Midwest, is chili on like football days.
Oh my gosh, I love me
So
some chili. I talk about this often. My favorite like meal of all time is chili, which some people find crazy, but I guess because my family's from like the Midwest area, maybe that's why I have a love for chili. But yeah,
Yes.
I love me a nice
It's
bowl
I
of
feel
chili.
like it's especially just like the football dish. because like you just like, I don't know, especially like if you grew up going to like church or anything like that, like on Sundays it's like a good like crock pot meal, so you just like put it in and then you come home and the game's on. So it's just like put your jerseys on, like get a bowl and just like watch.
Need a pick-me-up? Grab a Luna Brew. Small batch coffee roasted for mornings that mean business. Strong, smooth, zero nonsense. Go to lunabrewcoffee.com and use code POD15 for 15% off. Luna Brew. Wake up like you mean it.
The show.
That's interesting, because growing up, my family didn't watch any sports at all. Like, my family grew up watching reality TV. Like, that was, like, what we'd be watching. So it's, like, it's cool to know, like, what people, like, who are, like, a sports family and stuff, like, what they do on Sundays and things. So
yes, it was, like, literally following every sport, whatever season we were in. But I definitely think football was the biggest one because, you know, a big thing for us, too, is, like, kind of predicting who would go to the Super Bowl. And so the whole year we'd really, like, build up to that. And then once the Super Bowl came, like, my family, like, we're really big into cooking, so we'd have like a whole spread that was like kind of catered to the Super Bowl. Like we would do like cupcakes that are like the same color as the team.
That's so like cute. I love that. So now when you're in, now let's go transfer to if you see a game in person, like say like at the UNLV football game, or if you happen to go to one of like the bigger sports like football games, what goes through your mind when you're watching that?
I think that's like more exciting. I'll definitely say like I'm not somebody that truly like understands the technicalities of the rules of football, so I won't sit there and be like, oh yeah, I know all these things, you know. But I will say I do enjoy the excitement of it. So like when you're in the crowd and everybody starts to like get up and like really get rowdy for their team, or they're like, come on, like push to kind of get them to like for the touchdown. Like I think that's the best part. It's just like being in the moment.
Being in the moment. See, no, literally, I like being in person for the games for sure. I feel like whenever I watch on TV, I like don't have the attention span to like pay attention to it. And it's not as exciting. But I'm in there in person, like everyone else, and like the crowd is like cheering and stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay, woo. Like you would think I know what I'm like watching, but no, it's just literally I just know how to cheer when everyone else is cheering. And funny enough, I was a cheerleader and I still have no idea.
Hey, that's the best part.
I just knew when it was like halftime, and then I'd be like, oh, yay, we get a break. And then they'd be calling out these cheers like defense, offense. I'm like, okay, yeah, period.
No, that actually took me a second. Actually at that the UNLV game against, I think it was UCLA.
Yeah, I think so.
That one I was like catching on to all the different like chants for UNLV. It's like my first time actually being exposed to a college game that size in a D1 kind of arena, and just the environment, and so like hearing like the school have their own chants. Like my undergrad, we didn't have that. we were too small.
But I feel like they're pretty similar to everyone else's like chants though. Like when you were in high school and stuff, didn't you have like similar like
cadences and stuff? They sound the same.
Yeah, so that's how I was able to pick up on it. They also like when I had to attend orientation or whatever, they also like went over like the
how to do that.
Yes, that was a part of the orientation process. But you didn't have to do that? You didn't have to do an orientation?
No, I think they were just like, you're in law school, you're on your own.
Okay. Well, like you didn't have to go through that. But, I mean, it was still cool, I guess. Do you know, is there any athletes that are like, that you know well, or that you follow, or just like that you're a big fan of?
Yes, actually. Well, okay, obviously I can state the basics, like, oh, you got like Patrick Mahomes, like you've got like Travis Kelce, like because they're just so big in the media right now. But I'm trying to remember his name. I don't want to say it wrong, but I want to say Pacheco or something of the sorts. But I just remember him. He's also in the Chiefs, and he's Puerto Rican. And so my mom is half Puerto Rican, and that was like a big deal for him to actually make it into the NFL, and it was just really cool to see him kind of get to that point. So
that's really cool. Yeah. So obviously, I mean, I guess you kind of already stated this, but who is your favorite team?
Oh, definitely the Chiefs. But I just want to clarify that I'm not a bandwagon fan. Like I've been a Chiefs fan since I was little.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so like since I was born in Kansas City, my dad was born and raised in Kansas City. Same with like his dad. Like we've just been there for so long that it's just like as soon as I was born, they're like, get the baby Chiefs jersey, and like I have pictures in
a Chiefs jersey.
Yeah.
Literally,
so like, and then like once they get big, it's just like now everybody's a fan. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's my team.
That's your team. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
And I mean, you could state this again. Do you enjoy watching the games? Obviously, I feel like you kind of said that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I would definitely say like with family more than anything. Like I feel like now that I'm like by myself, and specifically with law school now, like just being so much on the plate, like I don't actively like turn the game on.
Yeah.
But like when I am with family, I do look forward to like watching the game and being with them.
Period. We love that. And then so next I want to do, because this is only just like has to be about like 10-15 minutes ish, I feel like it would be cute to do a little game
oh my gosh
about sports or football terms specifically, and see if you can define them.
We're gonna see how this goes.
The first one, which I might need some definition or defining, is a flag on the play.
Oh my god, that's such a great term. I'm gonna say that's when the ref throws a flag on the play.
On the play, period. I would say, how would you define a touchdown?
They scored. They made it to the other side. They did. They touchdown. He got the ball. He didn't get tackled before he made it.
Period.
That's it.
That
and you know what?
Like
I think that's 6 points, and then they get to kick a field goal, and if they make it, that's 1 point. Makes 7, and if you get both those, it's 7 points.
Period.
Hey.
And then, do you know what a fumble is?
Isn't that where you drop the ball? I feel like that's
so.
because like I just feel like I hear people all the time, they're like, you fumbled that, like you dropped that. So I feel like that's like if they're gonna go to receive the ball,
yes,
and they drop it, I think they fumbled it.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah,
I should have wrote down the actual definition to help me out, but I didn't plan. Hey, we're just never gonna know. Or like when I'm in class sharing this, will be like, nope.
No, that's actually so wrong. And in that case, please take out my name.
No. Okay, and then lastly, what's a quarterback?
It's just that's the best player.
That's the best player.
That's the best player. That's the one that's like that's the all-star. He's throwing the ball. Maybe he'll make a little play here and there. Doesn't really move very much. I just can't define it without saying Patrick Mahomes. Like I know he runs. I know he runs.
No, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the CEO of the team, basically on the field.
CEO of the team.
They're
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense in my brain. Yeah. So thank you for that. Well, thank you so much for joining me and helping me out with this project. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and maybe see you next time.
Yes.
So thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I want to make more episodes. I just don't want to keep calling my podcast Stars Podcast, but for the sake of this podcast that I had to do for my sports media class, that's what we're going with. So I thank you so much for tuning in, and hopefully maybe I'll have another episode to share with you guys. But for now, I hope you all have an amazing week, day, whenever you're watching this, and yeah, see you all guys soon.